Welcome to the Charleston Marketing Podcast, brought to you by the Charleston AMA and broadcasting from our friends at Charleston Media Solutions Studios. Thanks to our awesome sponsors at CMS, we get to chat with the cool folks making waves in Charleston. From business and art to hospitality and tech, these movers and shakers choose to call the Lowcountry home. They live here, work here, and make a difference here. So what's their story? Let's find out together.
Hey guys, welcome to the Charleston Marketing Podcast, powered by the Charleston American Marketing Association. We're recording in the Charleston Media Solutions Studios, big supporters of CAMA. We need to send a big shout out and a thank you to our podcast sponsor, SCRA. Let's not forget the talented Jerry Feelsgood with the beats at the front and end of our show. Thanks to all our supporters. You love me
that.
some
We got
Jerry.
a DJ sponsor.
We do.
We got SCRA, South Carolina Research Authority. We're
just crushing it. That's what I'm hearing. We're crushing it. All right, friends. I'm Stephanie Barrow, the founder of Stephanie Barrow Consulting, a digital marketing strategy agency located here in Charleston, and one of your CAMA past presidents. I'm joined with my friend and fellow board member. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike Compton here. How are you? Good to be here. President of Roombo, also president of the Charleston American Marketing Association. Hi. Are we on? Are we live over there,
We're
Kelly?
live.
Okay. Kelly Morris is over there taking some photos for us and some
capturing
videos for us.
all the feed.
Thank you for coming today, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, right. Oh, hey, there's an unfamiliar voice right
That's
there.
true.
Did you hear
go.
that?
How
voice?
soothing of a voice.
It was so
It was
Yeah.
great. I think
Yes.
you're made for radio.
Oh, God. Okay.
Chase
But he also has a
Heatherly-
face for TV, so it kind of
Oh,
works
boy.
out.
Okay, now I
boy.
know you're lying.
Nope. There you go.
Chase Heatherly is in the house. He is the president of King and Columbus and Post and Courier. So help me out here.
Yeah.
Give me the real data here. What are you, president and CFO and what
Yeah,
else?
so we're actually the president of King Columbus, but we are, of course, owned by the Post and Courier's parent company. So for that parent company, Evening Post Publishing, I'm our chief revenue officer. So I oversee all revenue, advertising, sales, all that good
That's a
stuff.
big job.
It is. It's a fun job. Yeah. So I'm actually based out of our Columbia office, but I'm kind of all around the state with our different markets. But I just spend a lot of my time leading the agency, King and Columbus, day to day. So it's been a lot of fun.
That's very cool. So I love Columbia. Where are you in Columbia?
So actually, our office is right there in downtown on Lady Street, and then
Yeah.
I actually, my husband and I live in Earlwood off of Park Street. If you're familiar with the area,
I am familiar.
Did you say you love Columbia?
I do.
Is that the first person to ever say I love Columbia?
Not to
No
me,
offense,
Mike. Not to
Chase.
me, Mike.
Well, I
Maybe
do.
to you.
Full
Actually,
discretion.
it's a mixed bag.
10-year-old, so we'll go up, we'll go to the Children's Museum, we'll go to the zoo, we'll walk around downtown. Hey, they have a better live music scene sometimes, I think, than Charleston.
Yep, I heard about the zoo. Yeah, and I heard
The
about
zoo.
that too.
Yeah.
They-
I'm just poking fun at all. I love you, Columbia. I love
Well,
you.
they have a lot of good things for families, but if you're like me and like the nightlife,
Uh-huh.
see, I like to come to Charleston a good bit for that reason.
Yeah.
Yes. You can't beat
Yeah.
that.
No.
Well, Charleston's
Well,
our
we're
love
happy
story.
to have you.
So,
Yes,
yeah,
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, Charleston's our love story. We're here because of our love for Charleston.
Yes.
And,
100%.
and King and Columbus and Post and Courier show a lot of love to Charleston, right?
Yeah, yes. Obviously, the Post and Courier really has expanded across the state of South Carolina, but Charleston is home base. It is what we call our primary flagship market, and it's been home to us for more than 200 years. So it's very important.
Okay, there's too much.
Yeah.
Out there. 200 years.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that, but I also want to talk about Post and Courier in general, like how it started. I'm a commie. What am I getting into when I open up or read a Post and Courier? What is the Post and Courier for me?
So the Post and Courier, of course, Charleston is going to be your daily newspaper, your daily source of local news. And so the printed newspaper that, we're probably most known for is obviously serving a portion of our readers. Obviously, a large portion of our readers now are reading us on postandcourier.com,
Yep.
one of our newsletters, our e-paper, our digital replica of the paper that we produce as well. And so we really do deliver to readers all across the Charleston DMA through all platforms. And of course, the Post and Courier are very fortunate to be privately owned out of Charleston, locally owned. And so our ownership has decided about 5 years ago to invest in the company and allow us to grow, expand across the state of South Carolina, which is really unique. A lot
It
of
is
traditional
huge.
media companies are not expanding and growing, adding markets and people,
Right.
and we are, and we're very excited about that because we need journalism more than ever. So
And I like that
God,
the Post and Courier has specific newspapers for the different separate communities. Like, for instance, I live in Mount Pleasant, so there's the Moultrie News.
Yes.
The Somerville one is called the
Somerville Journal Scene. Yeah, there you go.
I've had some
Yes.
clients win some Best of Journal Scene
Oh my God,
awards.
their best of
Yes,
party
yes.
is so fun. In
It is
Somerville,
fun.
yes.
It is a
At the
great
country
time.
club, it's a great time.
I
Yeah.
love anything with a theme, and they throw a good party.
Somerville does a good job of that. Yes.
Yeah, they do. So I love that. Actually, I was downtown having dinner the other day with my husband, and I walked by and I saw like the Post and Courier building was like demolished.
Yes, they are. We moved out of that building a couple of years ago, and so when we moved out of that building a couple of years ago, obviously we were still printing right there on King Street,
Right.
King Columbus, which is actually where the agency's name came from, that
Mhm.
intersection.
Crazy.
And so we kind of broke it in two and moved and purchased a new printing press and moved that printing press to North Charleston to the World
Okay.
Trade Center, because that's where some of our staff are there. We print and produce all of our products there. And then our business staff are off of Meeting Street.
Nice.
It's on Williman, kind of right near Home Team off
Okay.
Meeting Street
Yeah.
for our business offices
That's
now.
cool.
Yeah.
I
That
love
is
the fact
cool.
that you're printing in North Charleston.
Me
Yeah,
too.
Printing
it's-
for everybody, for all of the
All of our
public-
properties, and
Yeah.
plus we obviously other newspaper companies will pay us. We call commercial printing. They'll pay us to print their papers as well.
I want to
So,
see that. Oh, can I go to
oh
the
yeah,
manufacturer?
yeah, we
Can
do.
I've
go
Tours.
there?
been to the
actually
old
we do
one.
tours
It was
all the
really
time.
new.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
tours all the time. Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
been to Kelly?
Yeah, it's a really cool experience, and
Do you
you know,
have any video? Let's send some video over. We can.
yeah, well,
push that
we're
out.
always happy to have the group come and do a tour. Seriously, it's,
Yeah.
it's a lot
That's
of fun. Our chief operations officer stays up there and can do great tours. You can see the press running,
Right.
and it is really great. You know, we bought this press a couple of years ago, and so we kind of upgraded that technology, and it's been great.
Who's buying
That's
presses?
amazing.
Wow.
Us,
That's just really cool.
we're just crazy bold enough to do it. I think.
I
Yeah.
think, and it's working, right?
Yeah.
And-
Well, that's what makes us so interesting as a company is, you know, most traditional newspaper companies have just kind of, I think, thrown the towel in on print.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's not what the majority of audiences are anymore, right? And so they have gone all in on the digital side of news delivery, which is great. We try to do both, right? We're fortunate enough to be able to try to maintain print, grow it where we can, because it's still a very engaged audience, still a very profitable venture for us.
Mhm.
And then, of course, we were trying to invest on the digital side as well.
Mm.
And so the agency is really a part of that, more on the B2B side.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all that.
Okay, so you got Post and Courier, 200 years old. That's nuts.
I know,
That's
crazy,
insane
right?
to even
Yep.
think. Can't wrap my head around that, which is really, really cool. And that's why Charleston's so cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the history here is amazing. So that's a whole other podcast right there.
Yeah.
Now enter King and Columbus. What are we talking about? What is this? This is an agency?
It is. Yes, it is an agency. It was built to be a full-service marketing agency that really stands alone as an independent brand from the Post and Courier and the other newspaper brands like Moultrie.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it started back in 2016, so we're almost on our 10-year mark.
Okay.
And, you know, it's gone through a couple iterations, admittedly. But I think one thing we've kind of recognized is that the Post and Courier is a great partner to local businesses. We have a lot of great marketing solutions, but traditional media companies are very much looked at as vendors, right? You purchase a service or two from
Right.
them, right? Whereas agencies, the partnership and the integration into the business's day-to-day operation is just an extension. They're extensions of the marketing arm of an organization, right?
Yeah.
And so we felt like adding this agency would allow us to build those deeper relationships with clients,
Yeah.
whether they be Post and Courier clients or we were actually hoping they were other clients we didn't have inroads or relationships with, right? And so it kind of started from there. And it started off with, you know, most of the clients of King Columbus were in Charleston, but as the Post and Courier grew across the state, as did King Columbus. And so
Right.
we have about 18 staff now, and we're spread across the state.
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
So people can come and work remotely for you potentially.
Yeah, actually, yeah. We have a graphic designer remotely in Nashville. We have a social strategist in Charlotte, and then but most of our King Columbus staff is going to be based in our Columbia office or our Charleston office.
Got it. So
Yeah.
most of your clients that probably come on board are people who don't have in-house marketing, so they come to you to be that all in-house solution,
brilliant.
which is
Yeah.
great.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, digital marketing obviously is our bread and butter, but we have really moved full service. So we've added quite a bit, you know, of resources on the organic social side, design, creative services, videography, PR, and media buy, traditional media buying. So we really would do want to be full service, and we've
That's
kind of built
amazing.
that side out. But digital marketing of all sorts is our bread and butter, and I think that's just kind of natural for a lot of media companies that have invested in that way. What has kind of evolved is that King Columbus is unique in that we operate like an independent agency, but we also do manage all these digital marketing campaigns that the newspaper team sells. So Post and Courier rep sells you a paid social campaign, right?
I love the packages
We
with
actually are the
Post
ones
and Courier.
handling it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
we're actually
sense.
handling it. So if we're able to get those kind of results an agency can get, but you can actually continue to work with your Post and Courier account
Mhm.
executive or whoever it is you work with.
That's
So,
amazing.
yeah.
Now, do you do PPC and Google ads
Yep.
and Meta ads?
Yep, we do meta
and
ads.
geofencing
Yeah.
and all of the digital aspects.
Yep,
of,
all that
that's
streaming TV, streaming audio, a lot of target email
cool. OTT
marketing.
is huge right now.
Yeah.
It is. So all
Right.
these things, obviously, you know, a lot of folks can offer. You know, we know it's a competitive space, and you know, we don't look at it like that. We look at it as services that businesses really need.
Yeah.
What, $8 out of every $10 of marketing now is spent in that space.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things that it's a crowded field because it doesn't move a business forward in so many ways, right? It's so beneficial to a local business.
I've over the last 4 years of owning my own business, I've kind of transitioned away from doing a lot of social media to doing more like this digital marketing where the ROI is almost immediate.
Oh,
where you know, your home services client and you need someone to come and find a plumber. You're Googling and immediately someone is getting served an ad. So I think that that's really important when you're educating clients to say, okay, let's have a diversified marketing plan.
Yeah.
And a lot of the budget should really be towards the digital strategy.
Absolutely. It always should be. And we're always happy to share that with clients. But, you know, I mean, and it's interesting because here we are saying this, invest in paid search, invest in streaming TV, target email. But we also have our own more branding products, print, newsletters on the Post and Courier side, and so you know it's interesting.
Well, it all works in tandem.
It does, and that's why the full funnel marketing strategy is so important. We still do believe there's value in the branding side of marketing.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You're playing the long game with the branding.
Yes, but it's just going to, I think, continue to be a smaller portion of the budget for a business.
Yeah, and especially in a community where it's locally owned and operated. A lot of these businesses really being a household name is we got to play the branding play.
I agree, because that's the thing is people don't realize if you get down to the search process and you start searching for a heating and air company in Charleston,
there's so many big conglomerates that have come in as angel investors to buy these things. They're based somewhere else. Like I want to hire someone. I want someone to come into my house that I recognize because they're in my community.
Yeah, but if you were familiar with one in advance because of, it's strong branding, then you wouldn't need to search for it.
Exactly.
You would know who to call. So it all works in tandem.
It really does.
Yeah.
It does. I'm sure you got different packages that you have per, budget, the small budgets versus the bigger budgets versus, different funnels. That's great. Holy cow, that's a lot. So going back, since we're talking King Columbus, we're talking agency world right now. We're going to put Post and Courier aside. 200 years. Like I said, that's a whole other podcast.
Happy to come back.
Yes, please. That's great. Hey, we win. So what my question is how big is your team at King and Columbus?
Yes, I would say our King Columbus staff, what I call King Columbus proper, it's around 18 full-time staff.
Okay.
Plus some contractors,
How much I'm sorry?
18 full-time staff with some contractors. And then, obviously the Post and Courier advertising division is separate from all of that. When we look at the King Columbus payroll, it's 18 FTEs. Yeah.
It's a small team.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Again, most of those folks are going to be digital strategists of some sort or
specialize in certain things. You kind of collaborate on all the aspects.
But we have a full-time graphic designer, full-time videographer. We recently made a hire for a PR lead, a director of media and content.
Okay. That's good.
Carrie, who's sitting right over there in our with us.
Yeah.
Very well-known name in Charleston, Carrie Welch. It's been great having her on our team. She obviously brings a lot of agency experience, so it's been nice to have her just to help guide us as an agency as we grow.
Well, Carrie and I met before this podcast, and that's how we got to get here. And what she was telling me just was blowing my mind. So I'm like, well, we need to get somebody over here and chat with you. And she's like, no, you need to talk to Chase. I'm like, this is great.
He's like, well, let me dust my shoulders off.
Well, what Carrie has on her plate was blowing my mind in general, just on her multiple hats that she wears. And then she's like, oh, you're the CRO and then this. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, we hired Carrie.
How many careers do we have going?
I know. Well, actually, when we hired Carrie, I said, Carrie, I was honest. I was like, Carrie, this is a new role that we're hiring you for. We're a growing agency. I can't tell you exactly what this role is going to look like day to day, but just go with me. Just give it a shot. And I hope Carrie's having a good time. We've been very fortunate to have her on the team. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like finding leaders who are immersed in this agency life and taking them on is like pretty much a game changer because everyone is from somewhere else. So the fact that she's been here for a minute has been great.
Yeah.
Right. So Chase, where are you from?
I'm actually originally from the Anderson area in the upstate. Williamston. Yeah, Anderson. Yes, I'm an upstate guy. Williamston, technically,
I like
Anderson
his
County.
It's cute.
Yes, it's definitely Southern. I'm like a
I love
fast-talking
I'm married
Southern.
to a Southern with an accent. So
Southern
I like
accent, talk very fast. So yeah, I spent most of my time in the upstate until 2017 when I moved to Columbia to work for the Post and Courier's company. I actually was hired to be our publisher of our Columbia paper. So I started there in 2017.
Oh, 2017. Okay.
Yeah, and then have been based there ever since, but have kind of moved into the CRO role and now kind of spend more time with the agency.
You're doing something right over there, hey?
Yeah, I guess. I think it's just the company's been great. They really invest in our employees, and it's just been great to see that. And so I think it's one of those things. If you have an idea or passion you want to pursue, they're good about letting you chase it down.
And it's that, and it's the culture fit too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. It always matters. Yeah, for sure. It always matters.
It's crazy to find a group that you like to work with, people that you want to even hang out with. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I love about the marketing world in general is you meet in marketing agency world, you meet some of the coolest people.
100%.
So I mean,
inspired every day.
And you want to work with who you like.
Yes.
Right? You like if you know.
Yeah, and everybody,
Like,
we're all in marketing because we're the most fun. You know, I mean, like we're the ones who want to go out and have a good time. We're
That
all,
is true.
Most of us are I personalities in the disc
you
assessment.
should come to the Spark Awards because when you get us all together, there's a lot of dancing happening.
So
I love that.
This is going to be launching here soon, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. We're combining. You know what the Addies are?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of
We're
course.
combining our Spark Awards and we're combining the Addie Awards. We're going to have one
that's
awards
perfect. That's
gala
great.
ceremony here, and
I already
Post and
have my
Courier is going
dress.
to
I'm ready
sponsor
to
it.
go.
I just thought about that.
Absolutely happy to. Yes, let's talk about it. I would love.
Did you write that down? Somebody write that
We
down.
need to participate for sure.
What
yeah.
is the date?
So Jenna Shellnut's the president of AAF. Her and her team and us and our team are getting together. It's going to be in March,
Perfect.
and we're doing a collab where we have a lot of things we need to iron out. And I'm also looking for leaders to help with that. By the way, podcasters,
Looking
listeners.
right at Kelly.
I am
Looking
looking
right
at
I
at
thought
Kelly.
you were looking at Kelly or the audience.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, Kelly,
Yeah.
you may want to
Yeah,
back
yeah,
up a
Kelly's
little
back
bit.
there by the audience.
There you go.
So anyways, that's going to be in March. We're still working out the details, but the idea is to, keep true to our local roots, but then your local Spark Award could also move on to districts and then move on to nationals. I don't know
Of
if you're
course.
aware of that on the Addy side of things. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So don't tell nationals.
Don't tell National.
Don't tell the American
okay.
Advertising Federation or the American
Our
Marketing
podcast
Association
is
that we're
super popular. I hope you're listening, AMA National. So that's fine.
The secret is safe with me.
I don't know.
We need to know who called.
Maybe they want to know, maybe they don't. I'm going to have the party anyways.
That's
We'll
great.
figure it out.
I think it's great. Yeah,
Apologize
definitely count us
later.
in. Like, it's like that happened.
I'll
I
bail
love that.
you out.
Nice.
When
We
the
love
time
we love a
comes.
good time. We love
Yeah.
to sponsor good events. So yes,
Cool.
please let us know.
Yeah,
All right.
that's awesome.
Well, I didn't even script that out. That just came right out of nowhere. There,
Well, I mean,
so-
yeah, you got to pitch something.
right?
I know.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I cannot believe, by the way, that it's already like November, and I'm already thinking about like
December.
the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had the sweater because it was 30 degrees just 2 days ago.
We're both
and now it's
wearing
like
brown
70.
and
I know.
feeling very fall.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's exciting. Now, are you guys already in the throes of planning with your clients, like their planned strategy for 2026?
Yeah, we are with several of ours, yes. And it kind of depends on the business. A lot of our clients, that with publicly funded companies are, they're in the middle of their fiscal years right now. But for some of our private sector companies, yes, we're working on renewing contracts and scoping out work for 2026. That's always a lot of fun, right?
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
really
the brainstorming, like bringing the good energy to the new year. You're like, let's throw all the ideas out.
Yeah.
See what sticks.
And as we layer in more services, we're able to kind of deepen those relationships with our clients. So they may be, a lot of them might be doing digital marketing with us, but okay, have we talked about producing video content? Have we looked at, us working with you on your organic social strategy? So those
Right.
sorts of things, like we're kind of trying to add services in there and deepen that relationship as much as we can.
That's
How many
help those clients.
strategists do you have on your team? I feel like that'd be almost important.
Yeah, organic social 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then like paid social digital marketing. I think it's gonna be 6.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Out
when
of
we
the
get-
18. So
Yeah,
that's, almost,
that's a good minute. That's a good
yeah,
minute.
that's
Yeah,
about half
yeah,
the
that's
team
that's
right
where
there.
The
a lot of
paid
butter is,
social is
yeah.
a different level of responsibility.
It is. I think we have one of the best paid social strategists, I think, in that space. She's fantastic. Her name's Megan Llewellyn. She's based in Charleston here.
Hello, Megan.
Hey, Megan, if you're watching. But she really, understands that paid social done well can be as good of a conversion driver or better than paid search, right?
Right.
So I
100%.
mean, it's all about looking at it that way and saying, okay, how can I tie paid social as much attribution and conversions as possible?
And then I like the fact that you can basically bring the audience back to your website, back to your own socials. With paid search like Google Ads, sometimes they pick up the phone and they call you, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great for analytics, and you can track it and everything like that. But ultimately, like, my home base is my website. I want people to come to my home base.
Yeah, and we talked about earlier about conversion, low funnel stuff, and branding being separate. I actually think paid social does a good job of kind of combining both. You can
Yes.
really experience the company's brand
Right.
while also having this really low funnel tactic. So,
Yeah, I'm a big believer in tracking numbers, tracking
Oh, yeah.
Bitly links, tracking phone numbers, tracking ROI. So at the end of the day, you can prove that you're doing your job.
absolutely.
Speaking of that, what are any trends that you see or you can tell us for the next year that could be something that could be useful for our audience?
Oh yeah, trends in marketing. Wow.
And then think MarTech too, right? And talk
Yeah.
about how you're probably leaning into the MarTech scene and what you're using on the AI.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a great question. And I think it's just like
He came up with that all on his
say that
own.
when I need time to process and think of what I'm going to say here. Really great question.
Oh, you say it to
This is really good.
everybody. I see.
Yeah.
now.
No, I think on the AI side, I think that our agency, like most, are really understanding AI and it's been like a fun I call this a practice round. I call 2024, 2025 a practice round.
Okay,
Right.
I see that.
It's like how can you enhance your production with it, or enhance your output, or enhance quality of the work you're doing. But it hasn't really been additive in terms of like process or procedure. I can tell. On the Post and Courier side, there's a lot of work around how do journalists leverage AI without actually AI producing the content. That's what they're dealing with on the Post and Courier side. On our side, it's how do we make ourselves more efficient, and how do we use this program to, talk strategy and think strategy through with clients. So I really pushed our team a lot to think about how we leverage AI around branded content, which we're doing some. Obviously, nothing goes out of our agency that's not edited by one of our staff, but there's the AI can really help in that space. And then secondly, I would say that just reporting and insights around reporting, and connecting those dots. Like
reporting is the death of me. So if I can pull analytics through ChatGPT or another resource, I'm all down for that.
But you've got any other data touch points that aren't digital.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
So how are you entering all of that into a dashboard, or are you? Or
like in terms of reporting?
Like?
Yeah, I
in
mean,
terms of reporting.
Traditional media, there's only so much you really can share out with that, right? You can share audience and estimated views or estimated impressions or whatever. You can try to translate.
Do you get like a CSV? Do you get some sort of data from them?
It depends on the vendor. I think it depends on the vendor. Traditional media, you don't get a lot of reporting. You get proof of performance, maybe.
True.
Whether it be a proof of performance of outdoor,
you
or
could say how many people purchased this magazine, how many different zip codes it was sent to.
You have to
There's
estimate the
some
audience.
data points that you can use, or you can put in, once again, tracking numbers for that specific. If you put an ad in Charleston Magazine, you can track that one phone number in your CRM or what have you.
Okay.
So that's honestly, I feel like the best way to do it is that any different marketing aspect, any piece that you're working with, that has its own separate entity.
Yeah, I think we tried QR codes a lot in print marketing. I don't see it really taking off.
That was big in COVID, though.
Yeah,
somebody put on a billboard one time.
What
in the world?
I actually did see that, and I was like, "Are you asking people to have a car accident?" Like, it was the craziest thing.
Yeah, I know.
I think other trends, obviously, like short form video, like vertical video, on all platforms you can possibly squeeze it into is huge.
TikTok? Are you Post and Courier big into TikTok?
We're getting there.
I like that.
We're getting there.
Cool.
Yeah. We are not doing much organic TikTok management yet. We are doing more paid TikTok campaigns.
Sure. Is that more content that Carrie's got to figure out?
No, we let her bypass social, and she's so grateful.
Oh, I bet. Oh, yeah.
She has social does not.
Never mind. I don't feel so bad for you anymore.
Yeah. It can be a grind, we know, but it's one of those things. Like I think there's a lot of conversation around TikTok. Oh my gosh, like we need to be on that space because the audience is there, right? And
the future's there. That's what.
And Meta's not the only game in town anymore, and so you really have to kind of diversify what your social strategy looks like amongst these different platforms. But what's so interesting is I feel like it's not hitting all cylinders yet. It's kind of like we're not feeling the effectiveness of it as much as you do like a Meta campaign.
No.
And so I think it'll evolve.
And Meta's changed their parameters recently, so you
Yeah.
can have longer videos, which is great because it used to be like a minute and a half. Now you can have longer videos. So I think that. And I'm a big believer in YouTube for the organic search properties, like putting stuff on YouTube, putting on YouTube Shorts, bringing it once again back to the home base of your website. So 2026 is going to be interesting.
It is. Yeah. The last thing I would say that's interesting, I think, is this whole, cookie going away, is first party data. It's becoming more and more relevant. And we've been saying that for how many years now? Like, how many years have we been saying cookies are going away?
Cookies are going away.
We always say that. So I say that to say that as an agency, we're trying to move more into the CRM management and space, and really work with businesses on their first party data, and collecting that data in the right way on the front end and leveraging it.
I think that's so important.
Well, that's it.
Just in case the cookie thing ever does actually come to fruition. I'm not sure if it maybe could be a conspiracy theory.
Well, I know.
Now.
I reject all cookies.
A lot of people do, but like it's still. I don't know about you all, but I feel like in our campaigns we're seeing on the display side some of those things, like the results are still strong.
Okay. Well,
shoot.
And the other thing we're seeing is, there's a lot of conversation about AI really negatively impacting paid search, but I haven't really seen a lot of negative trends in paid search reporting either. So I don't know. It's just we'll see. We'll see. I think it's all a little early, but I think those things you will find it eventually. Yeah.
But and I say it is early, but it's still late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're not, the train's moving.
People will utilize it for automation. Once again, like someone calls your office and you can't pick it up, they'll talk to someone that sounds
WorkforceWave.com.
Yeah.
That's that product for you right there.
Stephanie, do you kind of agree with me on some of those things for 2026?
Yeah, I definitely do. And I think, we're going to just be leaning more into, I think ChatGPT and all these different platforms are going to be smarter. And because they've been receiving so many lawsuits about having data from 2 or 3 years ago. I think they're probably working behind the scenes to really refine and help our tool base, which I think is going to be great. For me, I use it for analytics, and I've written a press release. I need someone to look at the grammar, or they restructure this. But I've written it, I upload it, and someone gives me a little bit of a feedback. I think that I really lean into AI. I don't use it I use it as a tool. I don't use it as a replacement for me, because I have my own voice and I have my own brand voice for all the people that I write for. But I think it's going to be interesting, and I think it's going to be refined, and I think we're going to see better output in general. Because over the last couple of years, there's definitely been some hiccups where, AI was used inappropriately and for young kids and that kind of thing.
Oh, there's a lot of that going on.
A lot of that going on. So I think they're going to tighten the reins, but in the best way possible.
Well, we have to tighten the reins. We have to be the ones speaking up and learning how to do it.
Having these relationships with AI people and stuff, all that's so strange, especially for young, impressionable, middle schoolers. So I hope that some of that gets reined in. And
it's going to have to be regulated in some ways. But I mean, it's continuing to grow and evolve, I think.
Oh, for sure.
The other thing I would say we use AI for, that was such a good tidbit, is for RFPs. RFPs are a bear.
Right.
So obviously crafting responses to RFPs, AI is great for that, but also there's a great tool we use called justwin.ai. And it's a very affordable software, and it basically searches through government RFPs and matches which ones they think would be a good fit with your agency.
I love that.
It really truncates this 90-page RFP down to a page of here's what you need to know in order to submit for this. Here's what you need to put in here.
What's it called?
Oh, that's great.
Called justwin.ai. So we use that as kind of our one of our biz dev tools to try to find RFPs that really make sense for us as an agency.
Yeah.
Especially have something like that for nonprofits for grant writing.
Yeah, oh my God, yes.
Huge.
Maybe there is.
Maybe there is, but
if not, that's your idea. That's your entrepreneurial idea. Yeah, that's your side hustle right there.
We know some coders, so we can get that started.
Yeah, I think that would be very helpful for nonprofits.
It's crazy how fast these products are getting turned around now.
I know.
If you have an idea, we can code it within weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
My crazy entrepreneurial idea, if marketing doesn't ever work out for me, is if you're familiar with Rent the Runway and what are some Newly and some of these other things, renting clothes.
No, what are you talking about?
I don't think there's
so you don't want to spend $500 on a ball gown. I can rent one for $75. That's like $1,000 gown.
Oh, okay.
If you never will be in the same outfit twice, you just rent it and then send it back.
Copy.
I don't think there's a version of that for men. And while the need's probably not as high, I'm like, you know what? Someone's got to get in that space.
You totally should. My husband would do that.
I want to rent a really cool blazer for this holiday event. I want to go buy one.
Or a tux. I can rent a tux to you.
You can tux rentals. Yeah, it's like the casual
right.
I want a velvet red, blazer.
You want to wear a brackish tie that's green and red.
Yeah, and not have
to. You never want to wear it again.
I'm never going to wear it again. I'm going to go buy it. Yeah.
Yes. We have a lot of that in our house. One-time purchase.
I'm pretty sure there's something out there, maybe.
Yeah.
No?
So if anyone tries to take that idea on this podcast, I don't. If there is someone needs to tell me, because I need to start subscribing.
What's the high-end store downtown? Sons.
They
have
Sons. Personal shoppers for men. But they
Dumas
don't have rent clothes for men.
Dumas and Sons. They would be a good.
You should partner with them.
Partner to do like a delivery.
Wardrobe stylist for special events just for men.
You definitely like the clothing subscriptions where they'll send you a box a month.
That's I need that. I literally need somebody to tell me what to wear.
Yeah, what I need in the moment is I want to go build.
I like special event clothes, and I have so much of it, and then I just don't know what to do with it later.
Well, me too.
I didn't even put us down a tangent there. I just got to tell you so 2 good business ideas here that we need to chase down.
I love this.
Well, that's what it's all about.
That's what
it's all about
when
collision.
You get a group of marketers together. You just start spitting ideas at each other. I love it.
All right. Speaking of ideas, we have a younger audience.
Yeah.
We're also big in Charlotte, by the way, too.
Amazing.
Hello, Charlotte.
It's a great market. It's a great city.
But we do have younger marketers in the house, and I'd like to give them a little advice. So you didn't just come out the womb at Post and Courier. What happened before that?
Out of the womb.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I was right out of 25. Yeah.
What a weird way to say it.
No, I don't think so at all. So I actually started off my college career. I went to Anderson University in the Upstate, which is a private Christian liberal arts school, and I started off as a secondary ed history major. I love history, and I was always going to be a history teacher.
I'm from Yorktown, Virginia, where the bloodstained streets of the.
Yeah. Well, I always say I was gonna be the one. I was gonna be the one.
I was not, but I have seen the ghosts in the houses of the bloodstained of the end of the Your turn.
Anyways,
Well, I always
finish
say
your story, Chase.
No, I mean that's also a separate podcast. I always just say like I was always going to be the history teacher that actually could get hired to teach, but could not get hired to coach. You know, because all my history teachers were all coaches, and I just I never was a sports person. But you know, so I went to school. I obviously moved into marketing and was in a marketing degree. And when I was in college, a lot of your newspaper companies or media companies will do like 20 under 40 or 25 under 35, like announcing, like recognizing young leaders.
Yeah.
And so I won that award with the Anderson newspaper while I was in college, and so I met the publisher, and she kind of became like a friend and a mentor to me while I was in college. And so I graduated. I had a couple of job offers, and she was like, "Why don't you come work in sales?" And I literally remember saying, like, I was a news guy, like I've subscribed to the paper digitally, like I always loved content and news and politics and stuff, but I literally remember saying, like, what does a person sell in a newspaper? Like, I don't really even know what that means.
Right.
I never thought about selling advertising as like a marketing, like a marketing career. And so it just kind of all started from there and went through the media side and now kind of more in the agency world.
So the lesson I'm hearing is mentor. You find a mentor.
And he was
Mentors, yes.
already had a heart for what he was doing.
Sure.
Yeah, mentors definitely help. And I think just be open. You know, rarely what you think you want to do ends up being where you end up being, you know, and it's never too late to change your mind and go a different direction.
I know that.
The thing I always tell our staff, we have several younger staff members in the agency. Some of our staff, this is in their first job in agency or job in marketing. And what I always try and instill in them is just trust your gut.
Right.
You know, like, well, what these folks have that are in their 20s and 30s is that they grew up in this space. Yes, have they done all these campaigns? Like, have they been in platform? Have they done all this? No, but they understand subconsciously how digital marketing works because they have lived their lives in the middle of it.
Good point.
And so I always just tell them, listen, you know, let's work on development and training, get you training resources, listen to every podcast you can, right? But at the end of the day, you know, trust your gut, because I feel like often our staff have such great ideas and great strategy suggestions for our clients, but it's the confidence to be able to speak up and say it.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, and so I always try to, it's really a confidence play with me for folks that come out of college with great marketing knowledge, but just need to be able to have the confidence to go toe to toe with the clients.
I was going to say, I can't tell you how many people contact me. I don't know if it happens to you too, Mike, but in LinkedIn, people will be like, I just moved to Charleston. I just graduated. I see that you're involved in AMA.
Yeah.
Could you help me get a job? And I'm like, I will take you to coffee and I will give you advice and I will send you leads. So if you're ever hiring,
That's what I was
please
just going to ask.
please
No, I definitely
contact
will.
us
Yeah.
because
Internships and
Yeah.
junior.
We have
Yeah.
interns in all of our different markets. So yes, absolutely. Like, we definitely need to connect on that front, and we do definitely have
we have
opportunities.
a chapter at the College of Charleston. So we work with them a lot, and they're all graduating at some point and
Yep.
looking for jobs, and they're all smart and go-getters, and it's great.
Well, we have a couple of positions open right now, so maybe we can offline about that afterwards. Yeah.
Okay,
We have
perfect.
a couple of
That's
positions
great
we're
to
hiring
know.
for now. Yeah.
We have a collegiate affairs, what do you call them, chairperson.
Yep.
That we
Okay.
Good old Jake.
So CFC has a chapter.
Yes,
CC has a
they do.
chapter.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
And they're smart go-getters. Like, they come to all of our stuff. They really are really in it.
We had an event last night with them. I wasn't able to go, but it was at the college.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's huge. It's important for community,
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
And that's what we're trying to build here in the Charleston.
That's one of the best
marketing
things about
podcast. We're trying to build a marketing community
our
here.
city is that we all kind of look out for one another.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to spread that around a little bit more. I guess it wasn't like that back in the day, and we're trying to kind of like, hey, the sandbox is big enough for everybody. Let's just help each other out. There's
Right.
a lot of agencies now that are collaborating with each other. which
Yes,
is great.
yes.
I
Yeah.
love
And
to see
referring
that.
business back and forth.
That's exactly the vibe we're trying to.
Yeah, you can't be everyone. You can't be everything to everyone. You know, so I think
Right.
agencies are figuring that out,
Right.
whether it be certain verticals they're focused on or certain services they're focused on.
Yeah.
And so I think it's one of those things that, yeah, like I said earlier, it's a competitive space, but that's because there's enough business to go around.
So it sounds like your business is growing in the new year.
It is, yes. I am very upfront about the fact that we have grown double digits the past couple of years, and will continue to do so. We feel really good about the growth we've seen, and we're hiring because we're adding 2 new positions in the agency for the new year, which on a staff of 18 is not 2 more positions will be
That's
helpful.
a big group of people. For a lot of the marketing agencies in town are small boutique agencies.
About that
Yeah.
I
size.
think that's the best way to collaborate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing about us is, what's really cool about us, and it does make it for an interesting dynamic, but it's also, I think, a very positive thing is that we're this kind of nimble boutique agency, but we're owned by this much larger company. And so from like a resource standpoint, benefit standpoint, those sorts of things, you're part of the bigger company, but also we try very hard to keep this very unique like agency culture for King and Columbus specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The business model is brilliant. Good work.
It's very unique. And there's no real rule book for creating an agency up under a media company that has its own independence. And so it's definitely something that we have, gone through iterations and are trying different things, and some have worked, some have not. But at the end of the day, it helps to have leadership and ownership that really believe in the agency, believe in King and Columbus, and that's made it a lot of fun.
So, what do you do in your spare time?
Right. Wait, is there spare time?
There is. So I mean, not a ton. I'm definitely a big believer in community involvement. So I'm always on a board or two back in Columbia, usually around arts organizations or talent retention. To earlier point, I've been on a talent retention board for several years in Columbia.
Well, if you would like to be on the North Charleston Pops board, you let me know.
Oh, I didn't want to know more about that. I'm looking for boards to join. I'm just begging to join more.
I bet you
I think
are.
that's sarcasm, I think.
No, I'm not.
I actually do really enjoy it. I do feel like,
I'm not sarcastic. He
Not
could
you,
be
he is.
sarcastic.
There's
Oh,
like
I
a
know.
long list of things. You said Pops. There's like a long list of things we need to talk about after this.
Have you been to the Pops concert before?
I have not actually. No.
So it's basically an orchestra that does
Yeah.
popular music. So we just had Wicked. We had the Oscar night. It was next level. I really enjoyed it.
I'm a sucker for show tunes,
Same.
or classical music in general.
100%.
So yes, that's sign me up.
the best,
Yeah,
so.
I'm always the one like when our Philharmonic in Columbia does
Yes.
Harry Potter, Star Wars, or even just like their classical stuff.
We
I'm
did
like,
Star Wars
I'm
last
there,
year.
yeah.
I do all of them.
Yeah, so much fun. So I obviously spend time just being involved in the community. My husband and I are big travelers. We love traveling. We got engaged in Italy.
Oh, good for
yeah,
you.
and then did our honeymoon in Portugal and Spain. So we're big
tough
travelers.
life.
All
I know,
right.
yeah. Well, actually, the Italy trip we started off like going to see Taylor Swift in Paris twice.
Oh,
What the?
Because
the Eras tour?
yes,
Oh,
'Cause I'm-
I want to be your friend so
I'm a
bad.
Swiftie. I'm a Swiftie at heart. Michael, my husband, could just care less.
Right.
But I love it.
Do you like the new album?
I got asked that on the last podcast too.
I didn't ask you about your bachelor party. So.
I've been asking all the questions. Maybe you should. Maybe I should ask you what you think about the album. Okay, I'll tell you. I do like the album. I do like Life of a Showgirl a lot.
Yeah.
It was set up tough for me though because Taylor herself positioned it as a kind of a combination of 1989 and
I love
folklore.
1989.
And there's my two favorite albums,
Yeah,
right? I was about to say Torture Poets Apartment, but
Which
no.
is a really weird combo.
There's such a weird combo. I was like, okay, wait, if it's like
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of the vibes and the lyrics of
Yeah.
folklore with like the bops of 1989, I'm gonna be
I
all
know.
about it. I feel like that really kind of oversold it to me a little bit.
I can't listen to
But
it
it was
because I
good.
have a 10-year-old daughter who loves Taylor, and there's like so much cussing in this one, and she's
Yeah.
all like,
I noticed that too.
You got
Mom.
there's a clean version,
"There's a clean." Okay,
Well,
I
but
didn't
I mean
play
it's
that
kinda-
one for her.
But there's like
So-
yeah, like it's one of
Oh,
those
this
clean
is
versions where,
not
like, several words in each song are different. Yeah,
Yeah.
But there is a clean version. No, so I do like the album a lot actually.
So I listened to it.
it's my favorite.
Man,
I did.
Yes,
And I can't imagine being so talented.
she
How
is.
can you
It
write
is.
every new song is a banger?
Yeah, she is.
How does
incredible.
Everything she does is brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's like
I
a
think
Mensa
Some of
candidate.
these kind of sound alike, but so is all of pop music, anyways. But her writing is so
She's fantastic.
freaking spot on.
Yes, and I think also consumption of music now has changed so much. I feel like people come at music now wanting to have an opinion about it.
Right.
So I always say like
Yeah.
if you watch like people digest music and then like it better at the end,
Yeah.
whereas they kind of don't like it initially.
I know.
I was that way with Sabrina Carpenter's new album. I was like, this is okay,
Yeah,
and then I
she
ended up like
grows
really
on
liking
you.
it a lot. I was like,
Yeah.
I loved it. So
I think it came out at a hard time because it came out with the K-pop Demon Hunters, which is all full of bangers. If you haven't watched, the
I haven't.
movie.
I haven't
see,
gotten into that
I've
yet.
not gotten into that, but I've heard everybody
It
talks
is
about
good.
it. Yes,
It's a
okay,
problem.
I've added that to my
Don't,
list.
no. Be careful what you wish for. It'll just be stuck in your head all the time.
I just
We'll
what
start
a
singing it now.
name.
I know
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, just what a name.
I know. But
so
you are a
yes.
fun dude.
Yeah, no kidding. Is there
I
anything
like
else
your
that
vibe.
we didn't catch?
I'm on an adult kickball team.
Oh,
Heck yeah,
I
I
am-
used to be on a kickball
I've been
team. I
playing
love that.
kickball every Thursday for like 7.5 years. Like, what the?
do you
what
wear
the
a
F?
headband?
You're pro now.
Like a sweat headband?
I used to, but then we actually started being good at the team. So I had to like stop embarrassing everybody.
There you go. There you go.
So you winning
Yeah.
championships then? Like
we do
city
actually, yeah.
championships?
Once I
Heck
gave
yeah.
up being the captain, we actually started winning.
Oh,
I swear to God, that actually is true. Like we would win the toilet bowl, which means like you'd won no games. You're at the bottom of the
yeah, I know
roster.
the toilet bowl.
So
Yeah,
we would
I know
win the
that.
toilet bowl
Yeah.
maybe, but then when I stopped captaining, we started recruiting better. Because I don't have any athletic friends, I guess. So we started bringing in people I didn't know that
There
were
we
good.
go.
We started winning. It was amazing.
There you
It
go.
just goes to show recruitment's everything.
Dude,
Yeah.
It's so much fun
Yeah.
catching that big ball, in the outfield.
Yep.
you
With
know,
my face or
tagging
whatever.
somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a couple seasons in Tampa.
I wish you'd move to Charleston. We'd be best friends.
Well, he's
Oh my
already,
God, I'm
always
here a lot. I'm really here a lot.
Okay,
Like,
good. You
yeah.
have to get my number.
Oh my gosh, I'm
We'll
here a
go
lot.
out.
No, every time Carrie's like texting me, when you coming down?
My
Let's
husband,
let's
we'll
go to this
double
new
date.
restaurant that I found. you
Oh
know.
yes, we're going to Chubby Fish tonight. I'm so
Oh,
excited. Have you
yes.
been there?
I have. It's so good.
It's
yes.
so good. I love it. It's my
Yes.
favorite.
What are your favorite restaurants in Charleston?
I don't get
I
out
must
enough.
know.
My house, unfortunately, right now, but I don't think I can name Pier 41 down on corner of 41 and
That's your
17. Like
favorite?
I don't leave
Oh, that's a bless
by
your heart
North
moment.
Mount Pleasant. It's so sad.
Okay,
No.
I'm turning my chair this way for this question.
Yeah, please do.
Chubby Fish is my favorite,
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure, hands down. I still really like Obstinate Daughter. It's kind of
Yeah.
old school, but it's very,
Been there
very
yet
good.
either.
Hall's Husk,
Sad.
the old school ones are good. Where have we been recently? Oh, I really like the Select, which is kind of
Yeah.
a choice, and
Yeah.
it's because it's got the pink and the flowers, but they have a really good steak frites. I also like the one that Craig Conover opened with the steak. By the Way is good.
I love By the Way too.
Yeah.
The staff all make fun of me because I talk about it so much.
No, it's very good. And they
I
have
love
that.
good By the Way. I'm like,
It's
that's just
great.
great.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of great restaurants.
I didn't know
Yeah.
he opened that.
When?
No, I didn't know he opened that.
Oh
Craig
yeah. No,
Conover,
him,
the dude
him and
from what is it called?
Austin
Yeah.
opened it,
I
and
didn't know that.
they're doing a really good job of marketing it and putting their faces in it. So good for
Are
them.
you hip to any of that? You know?
Of course he is. He
I-
likes
do
Taylor
they-
Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Post and Courier, does any of that influencer marketing kind of come into play with you guys in Post and Courier, King and
A
Columbus?
little
Like,
bit. I mean, KNC will mess like we'll work with influencers and stuff, but yeah, Post and Courier not quite as much yet.
Right.
Yeah. I think the media side hasn't really figured out how to work with influencers much. I think
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, we got to kind of figure that out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I think there's content and there's journalism, and it's like, and you can have both, but what does that look like? So
Yeah.
I think that's the question that we'll uncover the next couple of years.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I love
right.
it. See?
Yes.
Trending. All the new trends coming up in the years. I love it. Well,
Chase,
you're awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thanks
gosh.
for your time.
It's been so fun.
Yeah.
Any other rapid fire questions you want to ask me?
I can't know how many hours in the day you work for
Yeah,
crying
he
out loud.
works a
So
lot.
there's
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you have to ask Carrie that question.
Yeah,
It's pretty embarrassing.
Is your husband also in marketing?
He is. He does marketing for Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Good for him.
Yeah. But there's one of their affiliates, National Alliance. Yeah, he's their marketing manager. So
I bet you'll have a fun house.
we really do. We attack marketing so differently.
Yeah.
I'm more on like the sales, biz dev side, client facing side of marketing. He's more on like the strategy, creative side.
Nice.
So
Oh, cool.
so it's like we attack it very differently. But yeah, we make a good team.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be
well.
cool. My wife's a nurse, so we don't really mesh.
My
well
husband's a
very
civil
well
engineer,
on
but
that.
He's quite fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Both really awesome professions though. But man, yeah, like,
Needed.
it's, like very different. We don't actually talk about work very much at home,
Yeah.
but like, so it's like side projects we get like work together. on, like,
Exactly.
yeah, fun things.
Or a
That's awesome.
shitty commercial that just went on.
well,
there,
hopefully
or
you
something
guys
like
will come to the
judging
Spark
all the-
Awards. So
Actually,
we
and I'm
can
serious.
dance
I would
with
love
you.
that. That'd be so much fun.
Oh my
should
gosh!
do that,
Yeah,
yes.
we'll send you more information and
Yes.
talk
He's
to
writing
Carrie
down
about
Spark
it. and-
Awards, Freds. I love it. Spark Awards.
I didn't have Spark, but I had Addy. I was like, I missed this and the other word.
Yeah,
Intro
it's
to
Spark
Spark.
and
Yeah.
Addy,
Yes.
yeah.
And I can't read my own handwriting because, it's terrible. So,
I love it. Well, this has been really fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
thanks
how
for your
can
time.
everybody find out about you?
Mhm.
You can obviously add me on LinkedIn, Chase Heatherly, or follow me on Instagram. It's just at Chase Heatherly.
Okay.
Those are really the two socials I'm on more. I don't really
Okay.
do much on Facebook, and I tried TikTok. I don't have the commitment. I don't have the attention span for TikTok.
Right.
Right,
on
right,
TikTok.
right.
So to produce it, now watching it, consuming it, I will.
I was
not
gonna say,
produce
don't
And
put it on your phone.
No, I'll
Right.
doom scroll, but I can't making my own reels. I'm just like, or whatever. I can't do it. It's
Easy
too
to
much.
do.
And if
Scroll.
clients are hearing this, the potential clients, they want to contact you
Yeah.
probably through King Columbus website.
Yeah, info at kingandcolumbus.com or just kingandcolumbus.com. There's a web form they can fill out, and myself or one of our staff will reach out to them. But yeah, we'd love just to have conversations. And then it might be a potential new client. Maybe it's just someone who wants to have coffee and just ask questions and just like have a kind of a theoretical strategy discussion. We're happy
Yeah.
to always just take people.
It's
out
all
to
about
coffee.
relationships.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what something will turn into, but yeah, we're not a hard pitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super
Perfect.
nice of you.
I love it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
because interns, right, and then college students, they have trouble making that first
Yeah.
step. If you can make that first step easy, then that
Well, I often think about, I mentioned our publisher who became my mentor, like, if she had not like reached out to me
Right.
and built a relationship with me while I was just a college kid who knew nobody, like what would my career have been like? So I do try to think about that and pay that forward when
that's
I can.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love
Exactly.
that.
I mean,
That's why we're
need to
here.
do more,
You're the
but I mean,
best.
it is important. It really is.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, you got a fan here.
Yeah,
Like, two
definitely.
fans.
You guys are the best. Thank you for having me. This has been so fun. And
Oh,
Mark
good.
us
Well,
off.
you're welcome
conversation.
back anytime.
All right, we'll do one about Post and Courier one of these days.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
I
we
love it.
got to dive into that because the history of Charleston is so cool. So I really do want to have that conversation
Yeah.
about media and technology and marketing in Charleston.
Yep.
In 200 years of history, it's awesome. And then I just had a conversation with somebody, and they were talking about how technology here was in the early 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
Was popping off here, and like they were doing like first of type technology
Mhm.
here, first of websites and that type of thing. Here in little Charleston on the cobblestone streets,
I love it.
you know.
Well, I think
so
something about South Carolina is we have been a leader in so many different fronts for so long. Really,
Yeah.
like you think about next year is America's 250th, right? Like
right,
Revolutionary War was largely won in South Carolina. And there's like I feel like we've been a leader and kind of a trendsetter ever since in so many different areas.
You're going to be the perfect guest for that because you're a history major too. Anyway.
I do love history. Yes, I do love history.
To be determined, listeners. We'll launch that one here sometime in
2026.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks again, Chase.
Stephanie, Mike, thank you both so much. Thank you.
All right, Charleston, thanks for tuning in. We want to take a shout out one more time to our sponsors, SCRA and Charleston Media Solutions. Mike, this has been fun.
Always fun. Steph, one of your last podcast episodes.
I've been on for like 3 years now, and I'm getting pretty busy with my work. But I'll come back and guest whenever you want me.
Yep. So you might hear some new voices here, listeners.
Yeah, some new voices in the
around.
coming year. But 3 years in, and it's been.
You did
I
great.
love AMA. So.
Yeah, past president.
Don't make me cry. I didn't wear my waterproof. So, anyways.
All right, listeners, we love you. Talk to you next time.
Bye.